hell is that? I don't know. Hey, y'all. Anybody there? Grand Madam's here. Welcome you, welcoming you into another broadcast reading. And I hope you enjoy this one. You know, I had that spiritual intervention last week when they said, oh, no more geopolitics for a while. Stay out of the negative. So this is focused on us and our personal endeavors and what we do. So no one's here, just me. Me. Hey, Doris. Hello. How are you? Happy holidays. It's holiday season. And do you know there are six major holidays, and all I know is Christmas. I used to know them, and I could rattle them by heart, rattle them right off by heart. Hello, Sheila K. How are you? I can't do that anymore because I can't remember anything past Christmas. But for all of you, whatever holidays you practice or you celebrate, happy holidays. This fits for you. If it's not a happy holiday type thing, such as you're moving into your fasting, your atonement, you're trying to gain wisdom, much blessings to you. Okay, much love to you because that's another reason. These holidays are portal days. There are portals that come into this. Uh, and so when we do our was it spiritual rituals, our prayers, our chanting, whatever it is we do, basically we're going through the portal of that period to touch with the divine and come back with some of that energy. And that's what infuses us. Hello, Kelly. How are you? How are you? So I'm waiting for a few more people. I know we have five in the room, but I want to do a little different cleansing sound here. I want to get as many people in as possible because we need to lift our spirits up, keep them up high. Yep. hmm Yeah. So, how is everybody? Is everybody good? How was your weekend? I am being more active now than I have ever been in years. Somebody's always taking me somewhere, and I'm loving it. But the next day, I don't want to get out of bed. But that's okay. I'm spending time with loved ones I haven't seen in a whole year. Great friends, great food, greater drinks, and some nice desserts too. I'm going to be gaining weight. Lauren was complaining about gaining 4 pounds. I said, we're in the holiday season. We're going to gain weight because we're going to eat everything that looks great to us. You couldn't sleep last night, Kelly? But you know what? I'm going to tell you straight off the bat. How about do some type of sleep ritual? Or if you pray before you sleep, get into bed or something like that. Uh, whatever it is you need to help you sleep, sleep. Because there are disturbing energies that are hitting the air. Well, the sunspots are still flying around. And we have other things going on that's flying around us. And we really have to be deliberate about our sleeping and our eating. How many of you has anyone lost their appetite for food? Lauren and I, and it's not just Lauren and myself. Um, all of a sudden, it's almost like we don't need to eat. I don't know where that came from, but sleep has been garbage for the last few weeks. Sleep has been garbage for me for the last few years. Yeah. And I do believe, oh my God, y'all, let me tell you about my dream. Um, Sleep is deliberate. Always get your sleep. Even if you don't eat breakfast, make sure you get your sleep. If you don't eat all day, make sure you sleep. Because you can always fall back on not eating as fasting. Maybe it was involuntary, but it's needed. Um, I'm to the point where about my hands are swelling and I have problems with picking up the cards. I did some research on that, and mm, it's quite interesting too what I found out about that. So I'm just taking Benadryl to keep my antihistamines to keep the swelling down, to keep myself clear, because it's like every allergy I ever had has hit me at the same time. That's all. Hi, Jolinda. Happy holidays. Why I can't sleep. Hey, Sheila K, what's up? What you saying? I just feel heaviness and no inspiration. That's called depression, sweetie. Yeah, you are. Get out from under. You're trying to get there. You're working on depression, Sheila. So Do something that you really sing, girl, sing. You have a beautiful voice, but sing for yourself, to yourself. Just make those beautiful sounds that you have. And also, folks, my hair is working on that new hair, y'all. New hair. It's working on my nerves. I like it, but it's working on my damn nerves. Um, my niece made it. She's brilliant. And at when it comes to being creative and makeup and hair and nails and all that kind of stuff, she's absolutely brilliant. Um, what was I saying? No appetite to eat and can't sleep. Those are effects of something, and I think we're going through a purge of some kind. So make sure you get your meditations in. If you can't sleep, try a meditation. Try playing one of these sounds you hear on, they're like melodies, healing melodies on YouTube. Try listening to some of those as you sleep. It's been so hot and heavy over here with energies coming up, cropping up, things from the past cropping up, intense emotions just cropping up out of no damn where, as if the situation happened this morning when it happened 30 years ago, but I'm feeling intense. I had a dream. The reason the emotions are cropping up now is so that we identify them and get rid of them. Just let you gone, dismissed. Do not, do not, do not. This is not the time to wallow in poor me or, oh, that's what that was. That's why I've been feeling so down. That's why I feel so bad. Huh, let me blow this out of my system. Get whatever, whatever it is. I dreamt about my marriage. And I'm like looking at it still from the inside, but from the outside, I'm a different being. And I'm like, it's almost as if I was allowed to relive it again, and then to go back and analyze what the situation really was, as opposed to just reliving it in a dream. And I could see myself emotionally detached from it now, going, And I was about to make my analysis when I woke up. But now that stuff is still stuck in my biofield. So, what is still stuck in your biofield? Maybe that's what we need to look at today. What is still stuck in our biofield that we need to identify and clear ourselves from immediately? Um, Push comes to shove. There is a mantra. It is on video. It is a holy mantra. It's the name of God. If you believe in such things, if you don't, try it anyway. And it is IAO. It is the mantra they said Jesus the Christ used to calm the seas when he was crossing over the Mediterranean with his apostles. But anyway, I think that was Mediterranean. I don't know, but you've got the Indian Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, you've got some water over there. But anyway, wherever he was crossing the Nile, I don't know where he was going. But it is pronounced E-I-O. You heard it right. E-I-E-I-O. How you bite them apples. But it's elongated. And then you can mix the letters up. And that'll bring you peace. But if you don't feel comfortable in saying it, I mean, come on. E-I-E-I-O. O-I-E-I-E-O. But if you don't feel comfortable saying it, some of us feel like my voice is crap. It doesn't matter. But you can still listen to it for about maybe a half an hour or 15 minutes. It's a pretty prevalent, not prevalent. It's a profound mantra. Um, on YouTube, just look it up. Letter I. The I has an E sound, like Iman Shumbert. I-M-A-N, but it is pronounced Iman. Yeah. Same thing, same pronunciation. I-A-O. And you can play with it. You can go I-A-O, you can go E-I-O, O-I-E, O-E-R. Just play with it, play with it. And then you'll feel your body just calming down, then go on to sleep. Go on to sleep. Because we're getting the cleansing, and that the energetic cleansing, new energy is coming in, and it is so powerful. Whee. And it is going to bring, it is so powerful. It's keeping us up. We don't need food. I need to check with my neighbors to see if they've had that same, I don't need to eat. You don't even recognize that you haven't eaten all day till it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, especially when you're a foodie. So yeah, check that out. What else? Yeah, it's hit me, it's hit my sister and my niece. I don't know about my nephews. I need to check up with them because hello, darling. Hey, Camellia. Something, Camellia. Have you had a thing about trying to sleep, can't sleep, and not interested in food? Has that hit you? Yeah, I know you're saying the heaviness. Yeah, but you can't, Sheila. Yes, it is the heaviness of the Sheila. Were you there when I got the spiritual intervention last week, and they told me to stop with the geopolitics? Oh, they did. They said stop with it. Yeah, you too. So, okay, so it's hitting the men too. It's hitting the men too. Those energies are hitting this earth. And oh, Sheila. Oh, what day was that? It was the last live I did before this one. It was the last live I did. Check that out. If things like that don't disturb you now, because I saw the light beings, I call them my light workers, my white lighters. They were literally walking up my steps. I saw pant legs. The people, I don't know what folks saw. Allison saw 7. When I played it back, they were formless. They just looked like blobs of light moving up. But I literally saw pant legs. I saw 2 sets of pant legs, and I knew immediately who they were. Yeah, they pulled me out of a reading for an intervention, a spiritual intervention. About a week ago, Kristen. Hey, Kristen. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Yeah, they pulled me. Kamoya, you were there, weren't you? Yeah, Kamoya was there, and I just had to go see what they wanted. They went upstairs. I went behind them, and yeah. So that's why I'm doing these kind of readings now, and nothing on geopolitics. Nothing. Nothing. No, I'm not even gonna say that. Aha! You thought I was gonna slip, didn't you? No, not gonna say it, because the best way we can do to fight that is to use our vibration. We rise above it. You have to push with higher energies, higher voltage. And that's probably why we can't eat, because we eat too much mess all the time. So for us to really charge ourselves up, it's almost like being put on a fast you didn't know anything about. So here we go. Here we go. And watch your dreams, those of you who can sleep at night. I'm at the point where I take something to sleep because I have to. Well, no, I don't take it to sleep. I was taking some Benadryl to go to sleep, but now I have to for my hands. And it's just in my hand. Well, no, it's not my hands. I told you about my other situation. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. You must have popped out. Yeah. Yeah. And Allison knows she's not in here right now. She counted 7. All I need. Oh, no, we are not doing this again, please, God. Well, some serviceman. Um, I saw the 2 go upstairs, and I knew they were friends of mine. I knew exactly who they were. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. They don't come at me like that. They don't. They wait until I'm in some meditation to come give me a hug, a kiss, or something like that. But to show up at the address and just walked up the steps like they live here, well, they probably did. But I'm like, oh, something's going on. And while I was trying to keep reading, because I tried to play it off, and then somebody in the chat said something. I said, oh, you saw that? And so I just had to go see what they wanted. Yeah, I couldn't finish the reading. I had to go see what they wanted. And so what they wanted was me to pull back on the geopolitics in the U.S., Yeah. The only thing I can tell you folks is you get your prayers and your chants in, you get them up, you start listening to this healing music on YouTube. And then if you want to go check out a geopolitical video, do it then. But pump yourself up first. And if it brings you down after you've seen it, go back to that music. And we have to be deliberate about not just keeping our vibrations up, but now I'm finding out you have to keep your voltage up. So I'm taking electrolytes. I took one of these little tabs of hydrogenated water. Oh, that thing had me strong. I could have run a marathon. It had me up for 2 days, but I could sleep. I was just up and doing. I'm like, oh damn, I'm almost like I was before I retired. Yeah, yeah, for real, for real. And what else? Is there anything else I want to tell you? You don't remember waking? Okay, four times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's you don't play with that because we rejuvenate as we sleep. Our body rejuvenates itself and heals itself as we sleep. So sleep is imperative. Yeah, we got the front door open. What is it? Oh, it's just 31 degrees, but it gives the best light. And it seems my neighbors are out today, this morning. So it might be a little warmer than Wade's saying on this computer. So, what are we going to do today? What are we going to do today? Oh, we're going to see what needs to be, what we need to upgrade for the month of, what holidays, month of December. Let's see what gifts can we give to ourselves, our own personal upgrade. So, let me get started. Let's start with our breathing. Okay, they just left. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, and while we do that, we're doing that. Let's do this. I'm going to bring in the chimes. So let's get ready. We're going to 3 seconds inhale through the nose, hold it. 3 seconds exhale through the mouth 3 times. Let's begin. Hold it. Release. Breathe in. Hold it. Release. Breathe in. Hold. Release any confusion in our minds. Breathe normally. Relax. Just listen to the chimes. Listen to the chimes as if they were all the confusion and things you wanted to get rid of. Just shake them right on out. Just shake them right on out. You can use your hands. Let the chimes shake them right on out for you. Thank you, chimes. All right. So let's see for the holidays. What are our gifts to ourselves for the holidays? They may be restoring something. They may be releasing something. They might be receiving something. Let's just see what they are. And how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do? Well, the hell, let's just start with the Golden Tarot. What new blessings do we have to look for? What are our holiday gifts? It's the holiday season. Okay. What are our holiday blessings? Mm-hmm. Folks holding to me. Yeah, they were up there. Mm-hmm. Kristen, that is a whole bunch of stress. When you can't remember your dreams, you can't sleep when you sleep. Yeah. Yeah, it's time to calm down. That's one of the reasons I do the sound things with the breathing to get you. If you don't do it any other time of the day for yourselves, you got it for at least 3 to 5 minutes here. What new blessings can we expect for our holiday season? What new blessings can we expect for our holiday season? All right, here we go. Take it out the middle, Spirit says. Okay. Yeah. We'll be in the middle. See what? Oh, look, folks. New opportunities at making new alliances, meeting new people, making new arrangements. The card is the lovers coming together. Okay. Now, that can be personally, romantically, or business wise. Okay. Socially, for sure. All right. Oh, look. Here's some data. Here's some information. Page of Swords is like a student, but like a researcher, maybe a junior researcher. They have raw data on certain things and they're trying to figure out what it means. So, for some of you, this is a a student, like a child, maybe high schooler. For others of you, you're pulling together some facts. You're pulling together data, intelligence, information that you really hadn't thought about. You don't know what it means yet. You're just pulling it together. You have bits and pieces from here, pieces from over there. Someone said this, you read that, and it's about to sink in. It hasn't gelled yet, but it's coming. Okay. And look at this. Some of you are experiencing some regret and wish you could do something all over again, especially at the holidays. This will regret, this is the Five of Cups, is also, I wish I had done things differently. I wish I could turn back the hands of time, that kind of thing. That's why now you're learning. This is what this is about. A lot of people are learning with relationships, how to interact with people for real, how to maintain a relationship, how to keep a relationship. And this, like I said, personal, romantic, and business. And business. Because now what's being said is the way you run your business is the way you run your relationships. Because before we were taught that, hi, Al, we were taught that you run a business one way, but you run your personal life another way. And I had problems with that because I could see I said, no, it's much easier if you run your life and your business under the same principles in the same way. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. And then again, how does someone really run their business? Is that why there's so many divorces? Cat, Harlem Cat. Hello. Okay. Okay. Okay, Cat. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, Kristen, me too. I will be a student. I'll have a book or a tape in my hand on my last days on earth. Okay, and looking at, oh, Lauren, I gotta go now. Shit, I gotta check up. I'm looking at the stars and I gotta go. I'm looking at these planes now. And you're gonna be all right without me. Just call me, but not give me some time. Give me about a month before you start calling my spirit back in here, please. Love you. Bye. And I'm gone. Here's the sun. Now the sun sign, we've had these issues with the sun's shooting off its pulse, or I don't know what you call it, sunspots. It's shooting off its shit. We have some problems with that kind of exposure down here. But also the sun it exposes things. The sun lightens things up. The sun it nurtures, it grows food, it grows things. Things are growing in the sun. So the sun is very special to have. Suraya. Om Suraya Namaha. Also, it brings about success in all things. And it is sitting in the position of the past. I don't particularly care for that past position, but what it feels like is that things, like I said, things from the past are coming forward. People from the past are coming forward. Situations unresolved. Now, here's the thing: when I talk about unresolved situations, they might be unresolved on all parties involved, but they're going to have to be resolved today, this week, this month, sometime, real like right now. But other times you might just have to, you can resolve them in a dream, like I did last night. And I think I resolved that in my dreams. Processing, there's nothing left to process other than I just revisited the old apartment that I was I was in the old apartment that we had, and there was nobody there but me, and I was just like there, just looking around. I was a much better housekeeper then, and a much better cook. And I was emotionally detached from it. And it was like, there was nothing I could have done to save that marriage. There was nothing I could have done to grow it. There was nothing I could have done but leave it. That's a tall order. That was how I resolved that, because I've always wanted to be. I wanted to, I fell for the dream. The marriage with the white picket fence, 6.5 kids. Nah, didn't work out that way. And now, from what I'm learning today, these days, watching YouTube, reading social media, maybe that wasn't the best thing for me at all, because I didn't do it again after that. But this is the kind of stuff that is coming up. It's bubbling up. It might, your situation that's unresolved may bubble up in a dream. And God knows it's much easier if you just resolve it with what you know now in your dreams than if you have to come face to face with it on the street, on the job, or in the home. You know what I mean? Or in a gathering. Got it? I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Oh, boy. There, I can see better now, kind of. Yeah, dude. Yeah. 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 Again, not just Japan. Anchorage, not Anchorage, no, Camellia, not Anchorage. Alaska got hit on the Canadian border with a 7.0. We have friends up there. So he was away from it this time. Again, I did not know they had earthquakes like that up there. And Hawaii's Mount Kilauea is still spitting. It's been spitting for months, but now it's got a 3-prong spit. All of this, whenever I see volcanoes, it's like, spit it out. Cleans everything, just cleanse, get it out your system. Get it out your system. And that can be overwhelming, and that can give you a rash, and that can make your hair fall out. But this is why you're going to be praying and chanting and doing your spiritual work at this time, to alleviate such stress so that it does not make you sick. It does not cause you to make stupid decisions and take stupid actions. It's going to cause you to ground and think things through before you react. No reactions allowed. We're going to ground ourselves, center ourselves, and just sit there like lumps on a log until we can figure some things out. Then we speak. Who's better at doing that than this person? She who lays down the law. This is the Queen of Swords, air sign. She, at one time, was a very emotionally driven person, but it got her into a very bad situation or bad situations. So now she uses her mind. And the sword she holds is a symbol of the intellect. Okay? And so it looks like this is aimed at folks who get too emotional with their situations. We need to step back and think things through. Just like I said, think it through. This is my think it through card. She's also my legal eagle. No, I wanted to say something about that, but I'm not. I'm adhering to the fast. Some of you may be at an impasse, not knowing what to do about a situation. Ground yourself. Let it go. Ground yourself. I know. What if it's your child? You can't do anything about it. Step back and sit down. Ground yourself. Go into your prayer. Go into your spirit world, your prayerful world. Go into your chanting. Go into your meditation. Do whatever it is that brings you information and peace at the same time. And that's when you'll break that impasse. Okay? A lot of decisions that have to be made. Evidently, here's a card of judgment. A decision has been made or is about to be made by divine intervention. Yeesh. Boy, you don't want them coming through. But sometimes when we're in the midst of absolute chaos from opposing forces, as we move through trying to find answers, we find answers, and then with the answers we find, we are catapulted out of the chaos into a peaceful space because we figured it out, we know what to do, and sometimes the best thing for you to do is to remove yourself from the situation, which is a decision also. Okay? A lot of stuff hitting social media right now. These are the 8 of Wands. Also, things have speeded up. Today, are you ready? I thought today was Friday. I'm like, I have to check. I have to check on my electronics. I have to check with TV programming. I have to check. I'm losing days again. No, well, not directly. Christian asked, "Do you think Mother Gaia is forcing us to recognize the importance and need to evolve?" Not. She's not telling us to. She's doing it herself, and we got to go with her. We got to go with her. I mean, we're going. Where do you go when you don't have an earth to live on? So we're going to rise with her. So it's like, come on, hey Khadijah, KKKKK, peace, peace. Um, oh my goodness, Harlem Cat. I have no idea what day it is supposed to be. See, and feel like I'm in the next. Yes, I literally have to rely on the calendars on the watch. The tablets. What day is this? Turn on the laptop to see what day this is. The phone. True that. True that. Yeah. It's moving just that fast. And on top of that, I don't want to scare you folks, but in the morning, I'm awakened by the sunrise. And the sun, I have two windows and a wall between my windows in my bedroom. The sun rises on this wall. This to the southeast. The sun's been in my southeast for a while. And by about 12 noon, it's hidden. I can't see it because it's behind my wall. But around 12:30, 1 o'clock, I can see it in my other window. By 3 o'clock, it's over here. I got up finally. What time was it? 10 o'clock. I don't know what I was doing. I was piddling around, uh, doing some work on my bed. I love working in my pajamas. And the clock said, I looked up. The sun was shining. Like, oh my God, it was brilliant coming from my west window. And I'm like, oh Lord, have I been sitting here all that time? It must be lunchtime. It must be at least 12 o'clock because the sun is over here. It was something to 10 in the morning. I said, oh, snap. You're supposed to be over here at 10 o'clock, son, but you're over there. So the earth has shifted again. Okay. She shifts. She's doing a flip over. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to do a complete flip, but she's not. She may have started here, but she's over here now. Okay. And she's doing a little bit more and a little bit more. So the sun has flipped again. Well, she's inching her way over. She's not going to drop us off. But if you look at the sun, the moon, and the stars, it might scare the Jesus out of you. Okay, because you can tell the earth moved. They didn't. The earth did. They stay constant. We're the ones who go through the changes. That is good. Call on him, Kristen. See if you can get him back. Because this instability we're dealing with, and the money going up and down, everything is going up. The material stuff is going up and down. The things we pay cash for, that's a big concern. The economy is a concern. Everything is changing. This is the wheel of fortune. Everything is changing. The change is what's driving us nuts, but it has to take place. It must. It must. I think the whole earth is in reset now, so we can't blame this other guy. Can't blame him for it all. He was just a actor in the sense in the change that brought about the change. So fortunes may come and fortunes may go. That's how unstable it is. But the United States has been doing a whole bunch of shit, and none of it was sustainable. Aren't you glad? But goddamn, we all need to rest. Four swords, yes. We all need to rest right about now so we can get our heads on straight. The moon switched position to I will see we had snow clouds over here. I missed the snow moon, the super moon. I missed it. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. And you know what else is going to rest? This whole idea of being so black and white in how we see things and cut and dry in how we treat people sometimes. That's going to be laid to rest too. We're going to start respecting and dealing with people like the human loving beings that we are. and we are going to be working on harmony and balance. Folks, harmony and balance, because right now there's just too much conflict. Nothing is going to get resolved. So just the hell with the argument. Focus on harmony inwardly. Inwardly. Just repeat the word harmony, 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 harmony. When you find yourself in a very contentious situation, oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, we got to slow it down. That Camellia says, I've been trying to tend to my organic garden, and nature itself seems to be sending signs to slow down and wait. Yeah, same here. Slow it down, wait, be still. Yeah, because something is, yeah, back in the day we said something's in the wind. Well, something is in the universe here. Something's in the universe. Also, look at this. Here now we have a woman. Women are still being challenged by the emotionalism of certain beliefs and behaviors we were given, we were conditioned with, and for some it's a definite challenge. Others, yeah, we kind of figured this out, like my marriage. I had to step back and figure. I mean, I didn't have nothing to figure out. I knew what it was, but it was just there was nobody there. It was just the apartment we lived in when I was married, and it's like, oh, but I did go through some emotionalism before I went to sleep about that. I don't know where it came from. It could have been something I saw on YouTube that triggered it. I don't know. But I thought I was like, I saw the YouTube channel. I've been and turned it off and gotten into something else. But that was very much a prelude or a trigger that I needed to come to grips with myself as a woman and as a divorced woman and mother. And what I came up with, well, that's his loss, which is how I felt then. No, it wasn't. That's a lie. I'm lying. No, I was an emotional wreck, covered in a rash from head to toe. I had whelps in my face, whelps down my back to my feet. Stressor. Mm-hmm. And so, for me, and I guess for some of us who have been taught to do the best we can, to have the best mind, to study, to learn, and to advance yourself, right? Being a woman right now is an emotional challenge because we're being told that none of that means anything. Oh, maybe not to you, Bubba. But it means a lot to the universe because that's why we're here to contribute to the upliftment of the planet, the world, the universe, ourselves. That's why we're here. Oh, and look at the outcome here. Yeah, some things, folks and ladies, we need just to keep to ourselves. Now, this is the Seven of Swords. Doing things sneakily. Yeah, I hate to say it, but some things we just have to, and fellas, and we just have to keep to ourselves. Keep our mouths shut, going about our business of being who and what we are. That's interesting. So, what are our gifts? Some people very well will be traveling out of the country. That was the world card. The world card. Okay, many of us will be blessed with family and friends and money for the holidays. And look, here comes a new project. Here's whatever new project you're working on is going to see your way into success and victory. Some of us are going, here we go with the Queen of Cups. Now, this is interesting. I have Strength, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Cups in my hand. This is for all of us who have a tendency, males and females, and all in between and around, we have a tendency to be too emotional about things. And we are going to have to, for whatever, if we're in a situation now, the cards are telling you to pull back emotionally. Pull back. Thank you, Kristen. Formula like yours. Yeah, just pull it back. Pull back. Pull back. Yeah. And in pulling back, we are strengthened. There's nothing wrong with having emotions, but emotions are basically indicators that something is going very, very well or not well at all. We like something or it's damn near killing us. That's what your emotions are telling you. They are more indicators than reality checkers. Emotions do not check reality. They check our feelings about the reality we're in. Does that make sense? For example, if you were in a toxic situation, whether you were on the job, whether you were at home, if you walk through the door of your home every night and you have a headache, you were fine until you got to that door. As soon as you open that door, you had a headache like nobody's business. And all of a sudden, everything sad has hitting you, coming down. Your emotions are telling you you do not belong there. If you are stepping into your job, I don't care how new it is or how long you've been there, and if you're absolutely fine until you pulled up in the driveway or in the parking lot, and then all of a sudden you can feel your body just start to sink down. You were like this until you pulled into the parking lot. As soon as you pulled up in the parking lot, time to go. See, we are not, believe it or not, folks, we don't have to fix everything. And we don't have to resolve everything either. Sometimes it's best just to walk away. And that's it. So here comes oh, shucks. Look what I'm going to throw down here. But that's what this is talking about. Find your peace. You have to learn how to find your peace. And this is what I'm telling you. When you're walking into a situation you don't belong in, you got to go. You got to go. And yeah, it will probably mess up a lot of things. However, your reward is you'll be on top. And as I'm about to say, that is not about ignoring accountability. You're being accountable to yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, when you're feeling overwhelmed like that, when you find yourself in a toxic situation, whether at home, on the job, or wherever you are, you're doing too much. You're doing too much and someone is not doing enough, or someone's in the group. In other words, they've dumped all the responsibility on you, kind of manipulated you into doing stuff. And this is time for you to find your peace. This is finding your peace so you can be happy, so you can celebrate your life and enjoy every bit of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might be getting some email or newsletter regarding your delay in your money. Don't freak out. Chant, pray. 23rd Psalm for the Christians. Shreem Brazil for everybody else. Or if you're a Christian, you can Shreem Brazil too. This is all about pulling in money. Just ground yourself. Center yourself. Focus. What you are doing, somewhat with prayer, definitely with mantra, you are making the divine connection. You're going into that space of creation where all these energies are abounding, and everything you ever wanted is right in that realm, that space. And once you have put yourself into it and made that connection, that energy is coming back. It's going to get all over and around you. And when you come out of it, that's what you're going to have around you and inside of you. And that is what gives you the ideas or creates an opportunity for you to resolve whatever issue about money you had. And now you don't have that money problem anymore. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. And when you're sitting there in your prayer life, and then all of a sudden you see the stars, and then all of a sudden you see the white light or a whole bunch of different colored lights, you've made your connection. You are now in the realm of creation where whatever it is that's on your mind. If you need a half of, like 50 grand or whatever, something like that, you're going to get it. But you're going to be put in a position, whether physically or first mentally, definitely physically, to be in the mindset of receiving 50 grand, maybe in different installments. And if you need lump sum, then you get it lump sum. But you're going to be put in the mindset and pretty much encouraged to do whatever it is you need to do that only you can do to bring that reality into, take it out of the creation realm and bring it into your world. I think I'm talking too much. Am I talking too much? To square things off, to balance things out. Look at that. Four of Cups is your disappointment. The Justice is you're going in this realm, you're balancing things out. For example, you're buying a new house. You must have that house. That is your house, and you know that's your house. They want 50 down, 50,000 down. You got 30 days to come up with $50,000. You didn't check your bank account. Okay, can't get it there. You didn't call around. You get still, you get prayerful, you start chanting, whichever you make your connection. You deliberately make your connection into the creation realm. I need $50,000 now to get this house. And this getting you receiving $50,000 can operate. It can operate in a same thing, Sheila. Either you might get that whole $50,000 wiped completely out, and you get the house. You might find out that there are programs. If you sign up for this program here, that might be 10,000. Sign up for this program there. Oh, there's 20,000. That's 30,000. Now all you need is $20,000. This program will give you your last $20,000, and here's your 50,000. It can happen like that too. Or like I said, it can waive completely the whole $50,000 they wanted from you. They don't need it now, or for whatever it is, they don't want it now because they could have gotten 50,000 from somewhere else on your behalf, or just from somewhere else, and that 50,000 they were needing right then and there, the seller has received it already, some kind of way, unbeknownst to you, and you don't have to kick it out like that. That's how it works, okay? And that's how our money's flowing. And sometimes you can be there's sometimes I get so complacent with doing it like that my biggest problem now is you got to go get some money. You got to put yourself in a position where you're making money for yourself now, and okay, if you want to use the creation realm, okay, but right about now, see, you need that $20,000 to take that trip, and you don't have that $20,000 to take that trip. But don't you want some spending money? Yeah, okay, fine. I have a friend who does that, and this is my ego coming in. I'd rather have the cash. I have a friend who travels the world, free tickets, don't have to pay for anything because of her friends. They carry her right along with them. They pay for her airport. They pay for accommodations. They keep it. Well, I want the $20,000. Maybe that's my holdup, okay? But that's how it works. Also, you'd be surprised. Yeah. Now, another reason for you to keep grounded and staying centered and staying prayerful or chanting is it seems that it's going to come out some kind of way that whatever secrets that you have been conditioned to keep or There's a secret you're going to find out was nothing more than a manipulation and may have cost you a sword, but it is going to cost somebody else a hell of a lot more. This to me looks like some type of scam because somebody is, we have betrayal over on the Ten of Swords side, but we have somebody really worrying about being betrayed. We also have somebody very, very worried about going to jail. And whatever scenario you were involved with this person in, it is over. It is over. So, some of you may have been a part of a group and you thought they were the greatest thing since bread, only to find out the greatest thing since bread. You like both of them. You love the power they gave you. You just like the way they managed situations, and this was the place for you to be. And that you learned so much from being with this group, and they were so emotionally in tune with you. And you were talking about go where you're appreciated. You went there. You went there. You felt comfortable. You felt all this love, only to, well, how about attention? Only to find out they were a fake and they were trying to recruit you for something that wasn't in your best interest. And now you have up and left the group, or the group has up and left you because information has come out. Okay? Information has come out. Some of you may be reevaluating a lot in your personal lives, which is always a good thing, not necessarily a fun thing. Thank you for coming, Kristen Ford. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. You found out certain things weren't what they are. You know what? And this, and here we go with family and marriage. Okay, this is going back to the feminine here. Where is she? I had she's underneath my leg here. This is going back to this, the woman's role in family and marriage. Yeah, this is, I told you before though, that this whole concept, they are going to, the powers that be, or the lawmakers or the policy makers, they are going to eventually create a much safer space for marriage for women. Yeah, much safer space because you was I said that you would have to kind of register your relationship. I still don't know what that means. Or you sign up and let the government know some kind of way, somebody know. No more this. I mean, you do the sneaky link if you want to, but that won't feel safe to do anymore. Let me ask, what the, and women are questioning marriage because so many have been pulled in, uh, lured by love, only to be ripped to shreds after the first, after I do. All of a sudden, your money is gone. All of a sudden, your health is gone. Yeah, they're seriously uh, taking a look at that. Seriously taking a look at that. Some kind of way, balance is going to be restored. That's the best way. I know that sounds esoteric as hell. What does that mean? I don't know. But the balance will be restored when it comes to conscious coupling. Okay. Okay. Because it has to. It really has to. All right. There's nothing else to talk about here. So look at all this stuff on here. I need to pick it all up here. Basically, what's going on is that we were in a purge and we are being cleaned up And we can deliberately do that for ourselves. I think it would go a lot faster if we just get into our prayers. And what would you stay connected to the divine, stay connected into the realm, and as you know, get your healing done. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to you can put these on the side. Lesson cards. Here we go. Soul's Journey lesson cards. I'm going to pull 5 of them, and then I'm going to say adios. So, what are the lessons that the Grand Collective needs now? What are the lessons? Or for the month of December, what do we need to know in our soul's journey? What do we really need to know? Here we go with Top Chat, Live Chat. What happened to the... What are the lessons the collective needs to know? Okay. Let's see. It's from the top. All right. Lesson number 1. Oh my God. Look at the colors. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Discipline. Can you see it? Look at the colors of purple. Purple is about power. Pink is about this lavender pink. That is about that quiet strength, that loving strength. And look at that little it looks like a gem. Look at all the different facets, FACETS of creation that you can just stick your toe into and pull it back out in the creation realm. When you have to set your mind to it, you'll focus on one of those little facets. Okay? I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And this is about self-esteem. Rising up so that you can even help others. So we have discipline and self-esteem. We move. Ooh, look at here. Some more deep purple, y'all. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And what did I say? Dip. You either accept it or you dip. And look at that. That's power. You ground yourself. You figure out if you can't change it, but you still want to stay in the situation, you accept. But not from a place of defeat. A place of, oh, well, it is what it is. Nothing I can do with that, about that. I'll just sit here in my little quiet corner and stay grounded. Because I know something's going to hit the fan, but I'm going to be fine. And look, oh, grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. This is when you go back and tell the fun stories about the loved one who has passed on, and it lightens you up. It takes away some of the sadness from your heart. Grief. And finally, freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And that is a beautiful healing green. And you notice the blue that was in every last one of these cards? That's grounding. That's peace of mind. All of it. All of it. So basically, let's just say we might be going through a bit of a tizzy right about now, but we have to discipline our mind through our prayers. And when you pray, stop begging for bad shit. Don't pray for that man's death or anybody else's. Don't pray to have somebody put their foot on his neck. Pray for harmony and balance. Harmony and balance throughout the United States. Harmony and balance. And let the universe take care of that. Okay? And then we will have some self esteem. You walk around here. Right now, there's nothing we can do but accept the situation until there's change. We can look for the changes because the ships are out there. We can grieve for those who have passed. We can grieve for those who've been sent away. But we will also have our freedom. All right? And once we get to that point, then we'll be at a point where we can provide service. I feel good when I help others. And that's what nobody expected. This is the key. This is our key right here. Here's another one. Okay. We have empathy, we have service, we have empathy, which is going to cause an extraordinarily transformation. That's what DEAT, that's what it is. Transformation. That change. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. That's what it is. That's what we're living with. New beginnings. Service, empathy, and transformation. Got it? Look at those beautiful colors. And that's it, folks. Till the next time. This is Grand Madam. Wishing you so much love, peace, and joy. And I do have you all in my prayers. If you don't want to be there, just tell me and I'll scratch you out. I'll pray for something else for you. Okay. Hey, L. Hey, L. You're quite welcome. Okay, folks. Gotta go now. Much love.